bow season of 2016, it's near the second week in November. I had a lot of activity coming in and out at this one particular spot I had. And at this spot that we was hunting, I had a ground blind set up, and my oldest, Tatum, he was 4 years old at the time. He done spent probably 40 hours with me in this blind throughout the season. And I came in that morning and I seen a couple deer and a little buck come through, seen some turkey, and kind of died off for a while. And it was around 12, 1 o'clock, somewhere around that area. And I decided I was going to come off the hill. I was going to leave Ohio and I was going to go back to West Virginia and get my oldest out of school and take him with me. So, me and Tatum get in the truck. I already have all his camo with him and everything, and we hop in, we head back to Ohio, and we're sitting in the ground blind. It's been pretty slow, and it's typically how it was there in the evenings. Like, probably like an hour before dark, you wouldn't see nothing, and then they just start kind of funneling in. And they didn't really funnel in that evening. We sat there, and we was getting ready to leave. It was about 15 minutes before dark, and I heard the barbed wire fence to my right rattle, and I heard it hit the ground, and I knew it was a deer coming. I didn't know which one. I couldn't see out the side of the blind, and Tatum seen it before I did, and he told me, he said, "That's a buck." So I calmed him down. He sat back down, and we watched it for a minute or two, and he told me, he said, "Dad, smoke it." He's been watching too many hunting shows. He's done learned the lingo, and it's funny, and I mean, I love it. And so we're sitting there watching it, and he said, "Dad, smoke it." And, you know, I had a lot bigger deer on this property, and I asked him twice. I was like, "You sure you want me to shoot this deer?" He told me yeah, so I couldn't tell him no. He was 4 years old, and, you know, when I was 4 years old, I never did get to see a deer harvested with a bow. I never even seen one until I was old enough to go myself. And so anyways, that deer goes off. It's at 31 yards, and I draw back, let the arrow go, make a perfect heart shot, and he goes 25 yards over the hill and piles up under a log. And I found him because I tripped over the deer because the weeds were so high it was hard to even find. But when I found that deer, just the excitement that came across his face made everything, you know, right. Alright guys, it's Johnson here. I got my 4-year-old. That was a deer that I wasn't really planning on shooting, but you know, I got my kid with me. I can see how happy he is, so it's definitely gonna make me happy. I don't even care about the deer's age. I wanted him to experience this, and we just put the smoke on a good 9 point, didn't we? Didn't we? Yeah. Well, whack them and stack them. Tell the camera. Whack them and stack them. Alright, we're gonna sit here for a minute. Look at the camera. We're gonna sit here for a minute, and then we're gonna go find that buck. Alright guys, Pro Seth Johnson. I got my oldest son with me here, Tatum. This buck wasn't really on my shoot list, but he came in and I seen the excitement on his face, and I asked him, you'll hear it in the video, I asked him, I said, you want me to shoot it? And he got all excited and said, yeah, put it on him. So we let him walk around for a little bit, get up there to the BTI. He started kind of sniffing around. They've been hesitant the last few days up here, but he started sniffing around in it. Got Drew back, gave me a 30-yard broadside shot. Got it right there in his heart, them whacking broadheads. Done a real good number on him. He went 25 yards at the most. But it's so thick where he went over the hill, it was hard to find him. But needless to say, you know, I'm happy with this deer. What makes me even happier is that I was with my little man here, and he got to witness it firsthand, the adrenaline, what you feel whenever you get these deer to come in like this.
Well, folks, we traveled to Ohio today and poured the rain absolutely all morning. We only had 2 or 3 more days to get this done on this property. We're going to start timbering it. Had a buck picked out that we said if we saw, we'd try to put down. Rained absolutely all morning. Early afternoon it slacked off, and we'd known that this buck would hit his scrapes after every time it rained. He played his script, but he came in behind me. Had to change a few things around in the stand, had to unhook my harness, and then he read the script from there. He came in, stopped at 40, hit a scrape, made a fresh scrape, came from 40 to 25, and at 25 we let him have it. He didn't make it too far. It's the first deer I've ever shot that I've actually seen go down and was able to get that on camera.
Guys, it's October 29th. About 38 degrees, a little bit of rain. It's cold, it's wet, and the pre-rut's starting. We've gotten quite a few more daytime encounters just today and yesterday than we've had for a while. Joe and Ross both had encounters with shooters first thing this morning, but for whatever reason they couldn't seal the deal. We've seen 4 different bucks today. Nothing that we're really interested in shooting, but it is the pre-rut, so it's game time. Ohio off the list, guys. We're done. He's down.
Was able to put this deer on the ground and actually see him go down. Pretty neat experience for me. It's the first time I'd ever seen that. I still gave him half hour, 45 minutes to climb down. Joe, another one of our team members, was hunting 250, 300 yards away from me. I felt obliged to ruin his hunt for him. Walked through the woods, waved at him from his tree stand, made him get down. Still made him help me track the deer, even though we knew where it was. All in all, just one heck of a hunt. And my takeaway from that is, even though it's pouring rain and you're miserable, you can't kill a deer from the couch. You gotta get out.
Guys, I'm shaking. That was awesome. Hit the rattle horns. Heard something behind me. Looked back and he's making a scrape. He just made a scrape right there at about 20 yards. I set my sight for 25, hit him a little bit low, but the blood started spraying, so I seen him go down right up here. We're gonna sit quiet for a little while and take our time, see what we can do. It's November,